Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Are you all ready to start? Yes. All right. So before we begin, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jamai. I am the president of FDJ Innovations Inc. We're a training company, and I will be your session chair and moderator for today. Nice to meet all of you. I'm seeing familiar faces, some familiar faces. So very good. Okay. So before we begin, so I'd like to welcome you to our session. This is what businesses need to know about AI and governance. Okay. So artificial intelligence is undeniably transforming the landscape of business and governance, right? And as its influence continues to grow, it becomes critical for us as people managers to understand how AI intersects with workforce management and decision making. So today we'll be exploring key considerations surrounding AI governance and its role in shaping the future of industries like IT BPM. So with us today, I would like to introduce our speaker. She has 25 years of experience and is the COO of IBPAP, and she's driving strategic initiatives for the IT BPM sector. She oversees government relations, ensuring the industry navigates key legislative and regulatory changes. She also champions policies that enhance the Philippines' global competitiveness in IT BPM. Her leadership continues to shape forward-thinking solutions for the industry's future. Let us all welcome, with a round of applause, Celeste Ilagan.
Thank you, Jamai, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this afternoon session. I am happy that PMAP invited me, but I was actually having second thoughts accepting the invitation. If you listen to the introduction of Jamai, there was nothing there about me being in technology. So I am a non-techie trying to navigate the world of AI, wrapping my head around it. And I hope some of you can relate also. I, uh, I thought that this is a good time to start taking on a topic that I am not comfortable with. And in the process, you also are able to learn from me what I went through rather slowly in terms of accepting the concepts of AI. I want to start by introducing our industry. And it is because when if you know about ITBPM, you would also have heard that it is the industry that is most impacted in the face of AI. The loss of jobs, changes in business processes and all that. So I thought that it is good to introduce to you our industry, but maybe just to start with a few concepts. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is the subject that transcends all industries. While we will be using data from the IT-BPM sectors, the lessons we will explore are highly applicable to all sectors represented here. We are entering an era where AI is reshaping not just how we work, but how we govern organizations, making AI governance a topic that everyone in this room should be paying attention to. AI isn't a buzzword anymore. It's a technology that is influencing workforce strategies, operational efficiencies, and overall governance. My goal is to give you practical insights that can take back to your organizations and prepare you for this fast evolving landscape. So, as I said, I'd be introducing my industry first. maybe just a few numbers to start with. The IT-BPM industry has grown significantly and is a major pillar of our economy. If we start with these numbers, uh, we are looking at an industry that has grown significantly. 1.82 million Filipinos are working in this industry. We contribute significantly to the economy of the country. We are the biggest service exporter. And if you think about it, the importance of the IT-BPM industry cannot be overemphasized. Our share in in Philippine GDP is 8.4%. But if you look at India in comparison with the Philippine IT-BPM industry, there are 5 million people in this industry contributing 200 billion US dollars, but their contribution to GDP is only 3.4%. The IT-BPM industry contributes 8.4% to the country's GDP. But these numbers probably would be nothing compared to the impact of the industry to the country. We have changed the face of the Philippines. The towns and cities in the country like BGC, for example, Makati, Cebu, Clark, and Iloilo. Iloilo was nothing like this 10, 15 years ago. But because of IT-BPM, we have transformed the face of the city. It is now so different from how it looks 2 decades ago. Aside from that, we have put the Philippines in the global map for professional services. The Philippines has been tagged as the call center capital of the world, but those are just numbers. More than that, the attribute of the Filipino worker is what is most sought after as an IT-BPM destination. And therefore, we are a global capital in this industry. I don't think there is any other industry that can claim to be a destination compared to IT-BPM. And we have changed the lives of millions of Filipinos. The multiplier effect of IT-BPM is 3 jobs at least for every IT-BPM job created. Industries like retail, real estate, transportation, travel and hospitality in the country have grown significantly because of our industry. And the next slide will show that the industry will continue to grow. Regardless of the impact of AI. So we are going to end 2024 with a growth that is faster actually than global growth. And we will, by 2028, hope to reach 2.5 million FTEs and also contribute about 59 billion US dollars to the economy. However, we see that the growth that we have earlier projected is going to slow down a bit. We have there the explanations. AI is expected to impact the industry. However, we foresee that we are able to navigate through these changes by accepting the technologies that are offered, the opportunities that AI offers. We should understand that AI isn't about replacing jobs. It is about transforming them. And this transformation requires businesses to rethink their workforce strategies. So for those who are not in the IT sectors, we should ask ourselves, how is AI going to change our industry? What roles might disappear? And more importantly, what new roles can emerge? This is an exercise that we in the IT-BPM has been doing since ChatGPT gained so much prominence that AI has become a household name. So if there's one takeaway, I think it is to accept that AI will reshape job roles and industries, and businesses must adapt their workforce strategies to prepare for job transformations, not just job losses. So now to the topic of AI, which we will start discussing here. Okay. We have a simple definition that we can all relate to. AI at its core is artificial intelligence that use patterns learned from data to mimic human thinking. You've all interacted with AI at some point or another, and this has really improved the way of how we do things. But deeper than that, what does AI do? The next slide will tell us. AI is an enabler, not a replacement. We hear about how AI will automate jobs and create redundancies, but I want to focus on the fact that AI really is here not to replace us, but to empower us. So the first concept here, jobs will be augmented by AI. AI will serve as a tool to enhance human capabilities rather than replace them. It can handle repetitive tasks, allowing employees to focus on more complex and creative aspects of their job. AI will increase productivity and efficiency. It will reduce errors. It will increase output. It will benefit employees and organizations. As AI takes over certain tasks, job roles will naturally evolve. Employees might shift over certain tasks, job roles will naturally evolve, and employees might shift from task execution to roles that require oversight, strategy, and interpersonal skills. AI will lead to the creation of new roles, such as ethics officers, data analysts, AI maintenance and support specialists, or prompt engineers. Therefore, companies would also need to adapt their structures and workflows to integrate AI technologies effectively. So what about upskilling and reskilling of the workforce? What does this mean? As upskilling is about enhancing current skills to keep up with industry changes, while right skilling is learning entirely new skills relevant to evolving job roles. As HR, you would need to drive companies' investment in training or continuous learning programs and professional development opportunities. In all of this, you also need to drive employee empowerment, where employees take initiative in their personal development to stay relevant. It is unfortunate that in our experience, there are some employees, when you offer to them training to handle different accounts using technology, they refuse. If you tell them that there's no choice but to get trained, they will just resign because they are not ready to embrace the technology. And that is something that needs to change. So how about the governance that will overlay the three factors that we talked about? Governance supports innovation by providing clear guidelines that encourage the development and implementation of AI technologies in a responsible manner. It ensures the safe and ethical use of AI by setting standards and policies that protect against misuse, bias, and ethical practices. And governance facilitates smooth transitions in the workforce by guiding the augmentation of jobs, the configuration of roles, and upskilling efforts in a way that benefits both the organization and its employees. The next slide, please. Okay. So we tried to learn from our members how they are adapting AI in their businesses. So we've done a survey. So there are alarming conclusions on how AI is going to replace humans in many job roles in BPO. So there are two things here. One is that many jobs will be replaced by AI, and therefore people will be removed from their jobs. The other is that there are new job roles that AI will create, but people will need to upskill and reskill in order to remain relevant. But what is certain is that if AI is not used by humans, then the AI will replace humans. So to gain better insights from the broader industry about AI adoption, we conducted a survey sometime in the middle of this year, and these are the results. We found that 67% of IT BPM organizations are actively implementing AI. And this is a significant improvement from what we saw last year. It was less than 50% who were already implementing AI programs. And when we ask them about the impact of AI, they have mentioned job gains, shifts in job roles, increased employee productivity, and operational efficiency. But aside from gains, there are also challenges, and the top ones that they mentioned are cost of implementation, integration with existing systems, and ensuring data privacy. So we know that in ITBPM, there are many clients, and some of them are not ready to change from their traditional legacy platforms to using AI. Some probably would like to do that, but investments, they are not ready to do that. So this is a decision-making area in terms of the BPO company, how they are going to convince their clients. And there are times when the decision is, should we really implement an AI program and let people go because of the improvements that the productivity improvements and the efficiency that will result from the change. So these are decisions that the business owners need to make in implementing their AI programs. What is conclusive is that AI adoption can boost customer satisfaction. All of them say that they will make operations smoother and more reliable. For those of you in HR, this means that you will need to start thinking about how AI will affect job descriptions, roles, and even the skills you hire for. On to the next slide. What are the specific uses of AI technologies in IT BPM? So that's a word cloud. You'd see a lot there. This slide highlights the variety of ways that AI is already being adopted across numerous roles in IT BPM. The important shift we need to make is to stop seeing AI as a competitor to human talent. Instead, think of AI as a collaborative tool that augments our capabilities, particularly the human touch, which is so valuable in this industry. We are a people-centric industry, and if that is lost, then the competitive advantage of the Philippines being known for our human touch, the customer service orientation, if it will feel like AI, then we might not be the preferred choice for contact centers and BPO. Take customer support, for example. AI is widely used to power chatbots, handling simple queries and resolving routine issues instantly. So this frees up the human agents to focus on more complex, emotionally nuanced transactions where empathy and critical thinking are needed. That's a key role that AI plays, taking over repetitive, mundane tasks so that people can focus on work that requires higher order skills. But we know that AI goes beyond chatbots. For example, there's predictive analytics powered by AI. This helps companies anticipate customer needs by analyzing vast amounts of data in real time. AI can recognize patterns in customer behavior that humans might miss, offering proactive solutions or personalized recommendations. This not only improves customer satisfaction, but also helps retain clients by addressing their needs before they even realize that they have them. Another area is quality assurance. AI can automate the monitoring of customer interactions, identifying compliance issues or potential service gaps. This is faster than a human can. This allows companies to maintain high quality service standards and quickly address any concerns that arise. And then we have AI applications in other sectors closely related to IT-BPM, healthcare, retail. So in all of these sectors, AI is being used. These examples show that AI is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Its flexibility allows it to be tailored to the specific challenges of any sector, whether it's analyzing large data sets, improving operational efficiencies, or enhancing customer interactions. So, a takeaway, uh, what AI what AI use cases could apply to your industry? Perhaps it is automating routine tasks to free up human resources for more strategic work, or maybe using AI to gain deeper insights into customer behavior, helping you offer more personalized services. AI can help you solve some of the day-to-day challenges your business faces, but it requires a proactive approach to find the right applications. So let's go to the next slide. This may be more interesting to you. Specific applications of AI in HR-specific related roles. How can AI directly impact HR functions? Because as people managers, you are on the front lines of shaping the future of work. AI is already being used extensively in HR, particularly in four key areas. So recruitment and talent acquisition, employee engagement and retention, performance management, and learning and development. These aren't abstract ideas. These are practical applications that can transform the way you manage your teams and enhance your HR strategies. So let's start with recruitment. We all know how time-consuming and complex the hiring process can be, but AI is changing that in remarkable ways. Take automated resume screening, for example. There are tools that can now scan and rank thousands of resumes against your job criteria in a matter of minutes. Imagine reducing the time you spend in screening resumes by up to 75%. In BPO, we hire thousands of people, and the applications also come by the thousands. So these AI tools will really be very useful. There's one that I came across. It's called HireView and Lever that are, I understand, more popularly used in the Philippines. This can be used independently or together and provide you all of the benefits that you need to accelerate your processes in talent acquisition. There are also AI-driven chatbots for initial candidate interviews. These chatbots are used in early stage interviews, and it standardizes the process and ensures that every candidate gets the same questions, treatment, and thus reduce biases. These chatbots can answer questions about the company and also ask for additional candidate information and even schedule interviews without human intervention. And finally, predictive hiring analytics to allow you to use historical hiring data to predict which candidates are most likely to succeed in the role. So AI helps you to find the better fit faster, reducing the guesswork that often comes with recruitment. Sometimes you hire a person based on your personal interview and you said, ang galing nito. Till you find out when he's already, in the floor that he's really not the best fit for you. So AI now can help us with all that, but definitely the human factor should still be there. So now, employee engagement and retention. These are two critical areas for any HR professional. This is where AI's power really shines because it can provide real-time insights into how your people are feeling, are feeling something that traditional methods often miss. For example, sentiment analysis tools. This analyze employee morale. It detects certain trends in their behaviors. And these tools, like Glint is an example that I saw, this allows you to address issues early before they escalate into bigger problems like disengagement or burnout. AI also helps with turnover risk prediction using machine learning models. And it can analyze patterns in employee behavior and engagement, identifying those who may be at risk of leaving. Therefore, HR is given the period to take proactive measures like offering career development opportunities, maybe flexible working hours, or making sure that they engage more that so that these valuable employees do not leave the organization. Third is performance management. It is an area where AI is also making a significant impact. With continuous performance tracking tools, you can provide real-time feedback and data-driven insights to employees. This helps create a culture of continuous improvement and transparency where employees aren't waiting for an annual review before they know how they are doing. By focusing on data-driven metrics, AI can help reduce biases that might affect performance reviews. This means that evaluations become more about actual results and less about subjective opinions, making the entire process more equitable. And lastly, learning and development. This is an area that is undergoing rapid transformation because of AI. So there are AI-powered learning platforms like Cornerstone on Demand. This recommend personalized training paths for each employee based on their job role, skills, and career goals. This allows more tailored approach to development, ensuring that each person is learning what they need to do to succeed in their role. There are also adaptive learning systems, which will adjust the content difficulty based on the employee's progress. So if an employee is excelling, the system will feed more challenging material. And if a candidate is struggling, it can slow down and offer additional resources to make both these types of employees succeed. This makes learning more efficient and ensures that employees are constantly growing. So our key takeaway in this slide is that AI is revolutionizing the way HR operates, from making hiring smarter to boosting employee retention, providing real-time performance insights, and personalizing learning experiences. But always remember that AI is there to assist, not replace. The human element in HR will always be essential. AI just makes us better at what we do. So our call to action is for HR to explore how HR processes can be enhanced, how it can reduce manual workloads, and how to help you focus on the most important aspect of your job, which is your people, retaining them, and making sure that they succeed. Next slide, please. So what are the types of skills that are now needed because of AI? As AI adoption grows, so too are the demands for new skill sets. We are seeing a rise in demand for skill sets like data analysis, collaboration, adaptability, and communication. Specialized roles like AI engineers, prompt engineers, and machine learning experts are also on the rise. But this isn't just about tech skills. Knowledge of automation tools, ethical AI practices, and data literacy are also becoming essential. So what does this mean for your organization? It means that you need to invest in upskilling your workforce. The people that you have today may not be the people you need tomorrow unless they are continually learning and adapting. So for this slide, what is our call to action? Start identifying the critical skills your workforce will need in the coming years and already invest in upskilling them now. So the next slide will be about workforce profiles also, assessing and developing the policies and guidelines that are required to understanding workforce profile. The next slide. Okay, that's the slide, correct. When we think about the future of the workforce, we have to consider that job roles are evolving. And this is how we see the workforce. There are builders, there are users, and there are leaders in developing that workforce platform. What we saw is that there are very few builders. There are many users. So in your workforce, you should be able to understand and see that all of this are addressed and given attention to. I'll go to the 4E framework. I guess this is the most important. IBPAP has developed the 4E framework for AI governance that we believe may be able to guide businesses through AI transformation. The 4 is, as you see, education, engineering, enforcement, and ethics. This is a structured and simplified approach which offers a comprehensive roadmap for organizations to adopt AI responsibly. In the face of concerns about job displacement or misuse of AI, this framework ensures that innovation and ethics go hand in hand. So what is it about education? It is about building AI literacy across the organization. Engineering is about building the right AI systems, which focuses on developing and refining the AI systems themselves. Third is enforcement, which is ensuring compliance and accountability. As AI becomes more prevalent, it raises legal, ethical, and operational challenges. And therefore, there is a need for policies to enforce the guidelines of the organization. And lastly, ethics, ensuring responsible AI use. Ethics in AI is perhaps the most important pillar because it forces us to ask not just what AI can do, but what it should do. Just because AI can automate a process or make decisions more quickly doesn't mean it's always the best approach. AI systems can amplify biases in data or make decisions that lack the nuanced understanding that only humans can provide. So our takeaway here, in the rush to adopt AI, don't lose sight of ethics, ensuring that AI systems are transparent, fair, and accountable. And it is uh, having a governance around ethics is not only the right thing to do, it is also good for business. And the last slide, AI-related bills. There are at least 6 bills that have been filed in the lower house about AI. It has different objectives. They have different interests. And I will not go through all of them. Uh, they are in a very early stage in the lower house. There have been consultations that have been done, but this have not progressed. I am sharing this so that you become more aware of what these are, because this may impact your businesses. So it's good for you to keep abreast, because uh, in a matter of time, there will be a law or there may be regulations in the use of AI. I'm not sure what your thoughts are in terms of regulation of AI. This might stifle creativity, or maybe you will say it is necessary because AI might be uncontrolled. But the most important thing for us is to be aware, and if needed, be able to speak up and give our opinions. So to close, I want to leave you with a few takeaways that I hope will resonate as you return to your organizations. First is that AI is no longer a distant future. As we know, it is already here and it is reshaping industries. AI will play a critical role in driving efficiency and innovation. The second takeaway is that AI is not replacing jobs. It is augmenting them and unlocking new potential. It's going to change the way we think about roles and skills. And as HR practitioners and people managers, it is your responsibility to guide your workforce through this transition. Upskilling, reskilling, and nurturing a culture of continuous learning will be essential. But this power of how to do things comes with great responsibility, so to speak. And therefore, the third takeaway is AI governance is crucial. Without the right frameworks, whether that's through the 4E model that we kind of suggest, or through your own policies that you will craft yourselves, your risk of falling into ethical and operational pitfalls will always be there. Ensuring that AI is used responsibly, fairly, and ethically should be at the forefront of your AI strategy. So with that said, I close this presentation. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Celeste. That was really eye-opening and very, very interesting. Do you agree? Yes? Yes. And while Celeste was actually talking earlier, I already have a lot of questions. However, I'm going to give you an opportunity because this will be our Q&A segment, okay, so that you can ask your questions to Celeste. Anyone who has a question? Okay, very good. Now, so I think you were still structuring your questions. So I will be asking first, okay? So that let's initiate that because I believe that the topic is really interesting. And this is not just applicable to the BPO industry, yes. And specifically, so Celeste, you shared framework, the 4E framework, right? Is this something that you have like a blueprint or like more materials that Is this available for you to share to everyone?
Uh, there is no substantive material yet, but the framework has been presented to our industry players. We have presented this to government as well. It is in the works, but we have already established that there is kind of a consensus that in ITBPM, that is how we are going to approach it, so that it kind of reduces the anxiety really that AI is out there to disrupt or destroy the industry. There was an interview we saw where one investment, I don't know how to call him, said that 1 million jobs will be lost because of AI. For 1.7, mawawala yung 1 million, kawawa naman kami, di ba? Kawawa naman yung mawawala ng trabaho. But I guess there was no context in what we said, so we asked him what his basis was. But, it's because they already conclude that because AI automates, it replaces people, then ergo, uh, people will be replaced by AI. But when we presented our 4E framework, I guess it becomes more relatable and it is kind of easier to navigate through AI transformation. That you need to do it in a manner that is logical.
That is true. And we're so afraid of the things that we do not know, right? So frameworks like this, I think, will really help, okay, any organization to really immerse themselves with the AI and use it as a tool, as an enabler, like what you said.
Right. And the first step, education, is, I guess, the most critical, because if we are not aware of what it is, then we are more afraid. We
That's
are
true.
more concerned.
Yes, yes, totally agree. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Celeste. Anyone else would like a question, who'd like to ask a question? Like to share maybe, okay, to expound our insights on this session?
Yeah, please do. As I told you, I really am not a techie. I am actually, I call myself a technology laggard. I only use technology to the extent that is needed. So when ChatGPT was already making a name, my son taught me how to use it. So he said, Mom, let's subscribe to this ChatGPT app. Okay, so we paid, and he teaches me how to use it. So the first version, oh, do this, Mom. And at that time, uh, when you need to upload a file, you still need to go out of ChatGPT to another link and then do all that. And it was kind of remembering all of these steps. To young people, that's easy. To me, I wrote down every step so that when I do it alone, I could do it again. So these things really are challenging to me. But, I'm in this IT BPM industry, not because of AI. I was hired for policy, and we have an AI guy. But, I could not refuse PMAP when they they invited me. So, yan ang AI expert nyo this afternoon.
There's actually a lot of learning from this, not from the technical side of AI, but on how do we really enable, diba? How does it become an enabler in our organizations, right? Anyone who has a question? If not, I have another one. Oh, there, we have one at the back. Yes, have a microphone. You?
First of all, thank you, Celeste. That was such an insightful presentation. My name is Grace. I'm from J&J.
Thank you,
Um,
Grace.
Yeah, and maybe to your point, I can ask a more talent-related question than a governance or AI-related question in this space. So earlier you talked about how upskilling and reskilling of our workforce is important for us to be prepared for the future, right? And you also talked about India as a competitor for us, and we're already starting to see some of the work shifting to India, coming from here, right? So,
Mhm.
so I'm wondering if you think about how our education system, our pipeline of talent in the Philippines is looking for in the next 5 or 10 years. do you have any insight to share on how competitive we're gonna remain to be against India, including the cost of labor and cost of salaries in the Philippines? I wonder if you have any insights to share. Thanks,
Thank
Celeste.
you. About the quality of our talent. When Secretary Angara was appointed as Secretary of Education, we had a meeting with him right away, just a few days after, and we had very clear asks. First, we said that he should let English be the medium of instruction. So how should I say it? Go back to English as the medium of instruction. That's our first ask. Second is include coding in the basic education in grade school, because in our neighboring countries, coding is introduced in the primary grades. Grade 3, I understand, in Singapore. And third is to expand or increase the number of hours of immersion. It is now 60 to 80 hours, and we are proposing that it be extended to 640 hours. What we told the secretary is that this senior high school students will not learn anything in 60 to 80 hours. That's why many of them are just, sitting and reading. They are not really doing anything that will be of value to them. What we are saying is we would like to help the Department of Education meet the objective of their shifting to K to 12, that senior high school graduates should be ready for employment, right? So with 640 hours, we are telling them that the BPO industry, our companies are willing to accept senior high schools, train them as if they were hired for a certain role, and go through foundational training, all of the soft skills that are needed, put them on the floor within those 640 hours. And this is our way of improving the pipeline that now goes to colleges and universities. When we consult with these schools, telling them to introduce courses, for example, or electives that will be required by our industry, they have told us that you are not thinking of what you feed to our system. And what they mean is that, coming from senior high school, they are not as good as they should be. And so that is our intervention in the university level. And we also have for upskilling and reskilling with TESDA, we have a list of 48 skills that have been identified by the industry as what they need the most. 48 skills, most hired, skills that they want to hire but they cannot find. And we have presented this to TESDA. And it is just unfortunate that it's taking forever before they are able to have the training regulation, all of what they need to be able to introduce some of these skills in the future. So, short answer, we are concerned with the quality of the workforce that we now have, especially in IT technology-related skills. Our English proficiency is kind of already declining, and neighboring countries are learning English faster together with technology. So Vietnam is taking a lot of opportunities from the Philippines in the IT space. Malaysia, the same thing. India definitely is out there. How can we pivot quickly so that our value proposition, our strength can be maintained? We are still the second biggest destination, the most preferred in terms of customer service. But if we are not able to quickly adapt, then we might lose this opportunity. What our research partner says is that up to 2025, there may not be a significant impact of AI, but after that, we may have to review our roadmap if we will be able to reach our 2.5 million target. And cost, salaries and all that. In the IT BPM industry, our salary inflation rate is not too bad. What is affecting us now really are the freelancing opportunities. This companies that hire directly pay, you will call it significantly higher because there are no deductions, right? But it's really pretty much the same as what is in the market, but everything goes into their pocket. There's no deduction, so it is really more attractive. The freelancer economy, based on our estimate given to us by the DICT, is around 3 million. It is bigger than our industry, and it is actually a competitor of our industry.
Thank you so much, Celeste. Oh, do we have time for one more? Yeah, just one more. One last before we close.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Jojo Sarmiento from Trinity University of Asia.
Hi, Jojo.
Yes, ma'am. You mentioned that during your dialogue with Secretary Angara, you mentioned a 3-point item. The second one is, you said coding. Coding. Can you share with us a little more about the coding? And then the third item about the 48 skills that were identified by the industry. Maybe also know more or less about the
Yeah.
48 skills.
I can include that in the deck.
Yes,
so
please.
that it can be distributed. So this 48 skills will be in the range of all of our subsectors. So of course, data analytics, project management, including the soft skills, it's all there. So hindi ko po memorized, pero nandun siya. Yung coding, we know that software development, 'di ba? Ang basis niyan is coding, and ang ano niyan is logic. So yung mga bata should be able to know how to do that in the elementary grades, kasi all of our let me start by saying that if we look at our rating in PISA, we are number 77 out of 83 countries. These are in reading, math, and science. What we learned is that these 15-year-olds are chosen randomly. They take the exams. And when we had a meeting with Secretary Angara, he said that some of the students who took the PISA exam didn't even know how to use the computers because some of them came from the public schools. They haven't really used a computer kasi wala sila nun. So it is a problem that nagtitake ka ng exam, hindi to pen and paper, you are using the computer and you haven't used it. Syempre, hindi mo matatapos yung exam. So there are many factors, aside of course sa mahina talaga. So these are factors that affect. So if there is coding in the grade school, it is necessary that there's a computer. Siguro minimum yon. So our industry, we have a computer donation program, and we have promised Secretary Angara 10,000 units of computers to be deployed para daw makatulong sa kanya sa PISA, improving our PISA ranking, because that's among the first things that the President BBM asked him to be able to accomplish. So ang PISA exam is already in March 2025. So siguro yung mga bata mabilis mag-aral ng computer, no? Intuitive sa kanila yun, sa atin lang hindi.
Ay, thank you. Thank you so much. Very, very engaging discussions. Thank you so much. I would just like to share now with the coding. Yes, I did enroll my then 6-year-old son to a coding class, so he knows how to create simple games. That I think is really necessary. Thank you so much. And just allow me to provide a short synthesis to close this session before we officially wrap this up with a token of appreciation for our speakers. So we know as people managers that our role is not just to manage the present, but to prepare our teams for the future. Yes. And Celeste mentioned earlier that if AI will not be used by humans, AI will replace us. Okay. So it's inevitable. We cannot avoid it. It's really here, right? We cannot ignore it. Okay. And we know that AI offers powerful tools, but the human element, our ability to think critically, act ethically, and adapt, that is irreplaceable. And understanding AI is the first step in overcoming fear and making informed decisions. So moving forward, we need to focus on building the skills that will help our workforce thrive alongside AI. So ensuring that technology works for us and not against us. So with that, thank you so much for being here. Now, to award and appreciate our speaker for today, would like to call on one of the PMAP past presidents, Ms. Chit Ventura, to help us award the token of appreciation. Ms. Celeste?
Time she would call me because I was with Intel to share some insights to the companies in the BPO industry who were coming in, what are the advantages of staying in the Philippines. Unfortunately, Intel left the Philippines. So very sad. So thank you very much, and thank you for all the things that you've been doing for the industry, which is now the top dollar earner in the Philippines. Even, outpacing the semiconductor industry there. Thank you very much.